While having famous and successful parents in Hollywood can open doors, it's not a guarantee of future success. For Maude Apatow, however, she was able to deliver as an actress on her own and earn her own career while having famous parents. Best known for playing Lexi Howard on the uber-popular HBO series Euphoria, Maude is no doubt making a name for herself and then some. Well, if you want to know more about the story and life of Maude Apatow, then stay tuned because we'll get into all of that and more here for you on Famous Life. Maude Annabelle Apatow was born on December 15, 1997 in Los Angeles, California to parents Judd Apatow and Leslie Mann. Her father, Judd, is a well-known name in Hollywood as he's a director, producer, and screenwriter of many hit films, including Knocked Up, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and many, many more. Her mother, Leslie Mann, is an actress who's appeared in numerous films such as The Cable Guy, 17 Again, and much more. Maude has spoken about the pros and cons of having famous parents, explaining, "My dad is my mentor and gives me a lot of advice about everything that I do with acting, writing, and directing. But it's hard to take advice from your parents without automatically wanting to stand up to them or be rebellious." Maude's father's side of the family is Jewish, and her maternal great-grandmother is of Finnish ancestry, while she also has a younger sister, Iris Apatow, who is an actress as well. Maude attended the Crossroads School growing up, a private school located in Santa Monica, California. As she told Nylon, Maude felt the calling to perform in front of others for as far back as she could remember. She said, "I've loved acting since I was really little," and confessed she'd acted in school theater productions since second grade. As a child, Maude was already being cast in her father's films, playing the daughter of her mother Leslie Mann's characters, thus beginning her acting career. These films include Knocked Up in 2007, Funny People in 2009, and This Is 40 in 2012. When Maude was in high school, she was involved in musicals such as Cabaret and Into the Woods. It wasn't until high school, when Maude also participated in a performance-based community initiative, that she was really able to experience the thrill of acting in front of an audience. She said, "We performed at different venues, like a center for the blind and for adults with developmental disabilities and rehab centers, and it was an amazing experience," she said. Performing in front of a live audience proved to be a whole other experience than just her parts as a kid on screen. She said, "When you do movies, you don't always see how people react, but sometimes we performed in tiny little kitchens and you could see everyone." And being able to see the audience response was life-changing for Maude. She was also enrolled at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois to earn a theater degree, but she dropped out in 2018 as a sophomore. Her mother said she dropped out because she was so miserable, and went on to add, "It was really hard being in the cold. You know, she's a California girl. After a year and a half, she said, 'I'm so miserable, I want to come home.' And we said, okay, and then she got a job right away, so she didn't have to go back, and now she's employed, living at home." And employed Maude was. She'd reportedly already been cast in the hit show Euphoria 2 before her decision to drop out. Maude said about this time in her life, "I took a break from college because I was having a really hard time there, and when I was planning on going back, I got cast in Euphoria. I wanted to make sure that if I was leaving school to act, that it was worth it, and Euphoria is unlike anything I've ever seen." Despite dropping out of her theater degree, Maude was always obsessed with the theater, and she even revealed during an appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers that she was so dedicated to her character roles that she pulled out her own tooth when she was only 9 years old. Maude said, "I started when I was really young. I remember I always really went for it too. I did a gold rush day at school and I wanted to look like a miner, so I ripped out my tooth. It was not a loose tooth at all. It was not ready to go and I just ripped it out." Rewind to when Maude was 7 years old. She had already scored a role in her dad's 2005 comedy film, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, but her scenes didn't make the final cut. She went on to appear in his other movies, including Knocked Up, which Maude played the daughter, Sadie, of her real-life mom, Leslie's character, alongside her sister Iris. Maude reprised her role in the 2012 spin-off This Is 40, and for her performance as Sadie again, she was nominated for the 2012 Phoenix Film Critics Society Award for Best Young Actress and a couple of other awards. Well, after Maude joined Twitter, she was known for having a large following, which helped her to become a contributor to Zooey Deschanel's website Hello Giggles as a writer and interviewer. That work, along with her acting, scored Maude a spot on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list in 2012, while her Twitter account was dubbed one of the best Twitter feeds of 2013 by Time magazine. In 2015, Maude appeared in 3 episodes on the 4th season of the HBO series Girls as Cleo, which her father was also an executive producer. In 2016, Maude spread her wings in a sense when she appeared as Alexandra in the comedy drama film Other People, her first large role with no help from her father. A year later, she was in the film The House of Tomorrow and made her directorial debut with the short film Don't Mind Alice, co-written and co-directed with Olivia Rosenblum. She also co-starred in the project, and it depicted a young woman who feared she was responsible for her elderly boss's death. In the future, Maude hopes to direct and write more features. She said in 2019, "I love writing and I love directing, that's my ultimate goal, and acting. If I could do all of them at the same time, that would be cool." Maude is a huge musical theater fan to this day, even though she's working on screen and hasn't been in a theatrical production since high school. It's interesting to know that Lexi, the character she plays in Euphoria, her play in the 2nd season was based on a real-life experience. Maude said, "It was loosely inspired by my high school play that I produced. Everyone in the theater department hated me, but I really wanted to do a good job." In 2018, Maude would star as Grace in Assassination Nation, directed by Sam Levinson, who then cast her as a series regular in his HBO teen drama series Euphoria, which began in 2019. Maude stars as Lexi Howard, and Sam actually wrote the role specifically for her. Maude has earned widespread attention for portraying Lexi on the show, the high school series made up of intense character development while the teens navigate love, drugs, and more. And in the show, Lexi offers relief and reliability in a sense. The introduction of her character in season 1 was subtle, being the former best friend of main character Rue, played by Zendaya, and the sister of polar opposite Cassie, played by Sydney Sweeney. Either way, Maude's character blossomed from somewhat of a wallflower to a leading lady in season 2. Maude has spoken about a morphing of her off-camera personality with her on-screen one of Lexi, stating, "I kind of feel like Lexi is what I was like maybe 7 years ago. She's very similar to me and I think we have similar interests, but she's a lot more shy and unsure of herself and nervous. I definitely have all those qualities, but not as extreme, and I think she hasn't quite figured out how to manage them." In 2020, Maude co-starred in her father's comedy drama film, The King of Staten Island, as the sister of Pete Davidson's character. As for what's next for Maude Apatow, while we wait for the 3rd season of Euphoria to come back, whenever that is, she still hopes to direct more of her own projects soon. I'm sure the young star will also be appearing in more film and TV roles, and that's only just the start for her. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Famous Life and leave a comment for who you'd like us to feature next.